All right, give me a sec. I promise you, I will start off. Let me just
Because our time is going, by the way. Because like
we have 2 hours, bro,
We've already...
and we haven't even started. It starts from. I booked this place from 6:40.
oh, okay, that's calm.
So till 8:40.
Well, you just think you can turn up whenever you like, innit?
Wow.
Fam.
We are live. We are here in the studio. I didn't think it would happen, but it's happened. So quick intro, my co-hosts.
He thought you could say that and just get away with it. Continue.
My co-hosts.
Honestly.
He's not gonna land. He's not gonna land. Carry on.
we have Marvin,
What's up?
the king of logic. It's been said that if Christopher Columbus discovered America, Marvin discovered everything else.
Jesus Christ.
That is
I will not. I don't
an
endorse that.
intro.
Jesus.
What?
I spot you for that one still in there, but that's
we
why.
have Uncle Jaro,
Yeah,
content creating king,
Yes.
shake a leg champion.
Shake a leg in what way, fam?
I don't think there's quite anything like in terms of software wise where you just don't know how to use. So that's what I mean by content creating king. I mean, I remember one time Jamal must have been editing a software. The thing was in Spanish, bro. I was looking over his shoulder. I was like, bro,
I will never forget that day. That was for Big Clash, fam. I was trying to edit the power thing that they did.
I think I remember it. I
Yeah.
remember it. And I think I came at some late point, and Paul was just like, this guy's been doing this work for time.
Yeah, I
Do you
just
know he's
think-
editing in Spanish? I was like, what do you mean he's editing in Spanish? I just look at the screen. I looked at the screen. I was like, Jamal's some kind of, I don't know what kind of wizard this
Fam,
is.
that was struggle days of my HP laptop.
this is actually dedication. This guy knows what he's doing. The visuals are crisp, but it's in Spanish. How? Anyway.
Creativity's there.
This is the, what you call it? When you're using like,
I don't quite think I have an intro for myself. Do you guys want to give me one?
So we have Paul.
da-da-da.
No. Paul is master organizer. I don't know what to call him other than a tactician.
Without him, we won't be here.
No, that's actually straight fact. If Paul,
Without him, we won't be seeing our fine faces. Smooth chocolate.
I'm medium ugly in it, so
What?
don't worry about me.
I'm screaming.
We had to know that he's a serial killer,
Let's
fam.
not go-
Hey.
Anyway, this is the Technullogy Podcast, episode 1. This one loading. What are your sort of aspirations, both of you? Aspirations for what's to come for the podcast? Your reasons for getting involved? I thought I'd make this one heavy. So
It's not that heavy, I'm not gonna lie.
okay.
No, Paul, I know you can ask serious questions. This one,
Yeah.
don't take, I feel like he's gonna come and actually slap up with different questions. This one, I think for me, there's a lot of podcasts out there. I feel like we actually need to have ones that are kind of more focused and actually geared towards the black space as a whole, actually getting people more into STEM projects, STEM courses, that being science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So I think actually having something that kind of brings that forward and actually educates people whilst actually getting to know us. So I thought that would be a brilliant thing to actually have going on. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really interesting. A lot of people say like people that do computing, have no personalities. So
Bro, they just think
Yeah,
that, hack. When you say, oh, you're, come on, people need to stop this thing, man.
Yeah.
Because I do computer science doesn't mean I'm going to hack your laptop for you.
fam, no, that's not even the one. Just because I do computer science doesn't mean I'm going to fix your laptop for you.
yeah, I was just about to
Yeah,
jump in.
yeah.
Oh, you do computer science? Yo, do you know how to fix this? No, I don't. Where do we go from
Like
here?
people need to know that it's more software rather than hardware.
A lot.
Yeah,
a
like
lot.
there's
And to get someone that's good at both software and hardware, it's rare.
like there's so many different sides to the what you call it? The flex. The flex.
Okay, so flex is the term for the podcast, isn't it? Flex is just going to be the term for the podcast.
Nah,
at
that's
this
your
point.
Mars thing. That's your Mars
Hey,
thing.
that's hey.
Anyway, what's your answer? What's your sort of aspirations? Your plans for?
The end goal is to the end goal for me, I would say, is that what we're trying to do as a whole is to have more, like, bring more people into tech of our color. Let me be precise. Let me not, try cover what do you call it? Let me not try cover it. Basically, for people of our color, like we need more people.
to
like
put it bluntly, you mean?
yeah, you get what I'm saying. So I feel like we need more people of our color in these
Spaces.
in these spaces. I went to what do you call it? Salesforce. What did they call it? Black. What did they call that?
Come on, land. You need to. You can land.
Is it like a BAME event?
Land it.
No.
Land.
What's the thing that we celebrate? Black History Month.
Oh, wow.
Oh my days.
Wow.
You wait.
I went to Salesforce Black History Month.
I can't wait to see the comments after this.
I went to
People want the entire
Salesforce. Imagine. I went to the Salesforce Black History Month, and there was only like you could literally count the amount of black people that were there.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's one of those ones where it's like we're coming up, but I think a lot of us are pushed more into more business based or different kinds of engineering, but not a lot of us are pushed in towards computer science. We should actually give a proper intro as to how we will know each other, because I've just realized that as we're
We'll
talking-
get there. We'll get there.
Oh,
Yeah,
we'll get
he's
there.
got it cooking.
We'll
fam.
get there. We'll get there.
I'm sure he's got it
We'll get
cooking.
there.
But yeah, we need more people like Idris Sadu.
Yo, that's my inspiration right there. But
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
another story, man.
For those of us that don't know, I do definitely know. Who's the Idris Sadu?
So I mean, the way that I got to know him was through Nipsey Hussle. So basically, the way that them two met was that Idris was not Costa, the other one.
Huh?
Not Costa, the other one.
Starbucks.
Can you?
Starbucks.
I had to say that with
You know,
I was
don't
like-
drink coffee in it. I don't drink coffee in it, so it took me a while. Yeah, he was in the Starbucks basically, and he was working on.
Oh, you said Costa. Sorry, continue. No, sorry, continue.
So he was working on.
All right, I got you, but I knew what he was going on, man.
He was working on a bit of software, and he was literally just playing around with the AI. So he was literally just doing all these hand gestures.
Yeah, I saw that
yeah.
on breakfast. Yeah.
Fam, yeah, that interview was cold.
Yeah.
So he was doing all these hand gestures, just to test out his AI. And Nipsey came into the building, and he was literally saying like Idris was literally saying like his whole kind of persona, like he's just so captivating, like he's that type of person that when he steps in, like the presence already changes, isn't it? So basically, Nip must have went into the bathroom in and out like 4 times.
Just to prove my man, innit?
So I think Idris at the time is like, does this dude have like a bladder problem? Like, is it?
Yeah.
But apparently the way that Nipsey approached him was so like respectful and just on a human to human level was just like mad, like something you'd never expect. So he must have been like, just excuse me, sir. I see that you're doing this thing over here. Like basically, what is it? What are you doing? And they got introduced together. And long story short, they started working on the Marathon store clothing. So Nipsey store, right? So they basically got technology involved together with his store, did some crazy things, released an album that was exclusive, or mixtape that was exclusive to the store. So you'd have to go to the store. It was cold. It's cold. So that's why I heard of him. You can follow him on socials, and I think his latest interview I listened to was he's doing a project in Ghana now.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that, man.
Cold.
Man's got the land. Young boy.
Wow.
Young
he's-
G.
he's-
He's like 21
Yeah,
or
he's my
20.
age. He's my age.
Oh, 20, yeah.
Your age.
Early 20s.
Yeah.
23.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I didn't get a chance to answer, did I?
No,
All right, my whole sort of theme behind this was similar to you guys. I feel like the developer community, which you touched on, needs to be diversified. Just first and foremost, like flat out. I think that our needs, just in general, just aren't being reached. Our communities, the community in general, the culture isn't actually advancing in a way that us tech people could sort of benefit. And yeah, man, that's number one. And number two is just getting more young people into tech, more minorities into tech, just tech, like blanket term tech. Because you don't see a lot of us.
You really don't.
Yeah, that's my thing. Next question. What was your first laptop or computer?
Bro,
First ever, like that you touch.
What's them fat things?
That's my thing, isn't it? The thing with the back off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it?
CRT monitors.
Oh, what do they call it?
Mine was a
Oh.
Dell. I definitely had a Dell. But I don't know the actual model or anything like that.
Yeah,
Like,
it's,
it must
it's
have been
one. I had the Dell, but there was something. Oh, you see what I did there? I had a Dell.
Yeah, no, I ignored it. I left it alone. I was like, this guy's just spitting bars. It's calm. It's calm. It's calm.
What do you call it? But there's something else. If Hewlett Packard, Hewlett Packard, what do they call them things?
Oh, HP.
HP.
Yeah.
Hewlett Packard.
So it was a PC. An actual, plug in, bare wires. Okay, that was my thing. What about you?
I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember. My dad was like technologically minded and went through like different PCs every like 3 years.
Oh, you're lucky, man.
So that's why I'm more into it, because like majority of the guys on my side of the family started off going more into engineering.
At what age, sort of, would you say that you interacted with your first? Like you were actually aware of what you were doing?
Paul, I'm being so serious, I cannot remember. But
It's been that long.
Bro, my cousin, I'm not going to mention names because I need to actually clear with him. But from time where we were young, like ages of 3, 4, kind of like 2 years older than me, a year or 2 years older than me, playing like Duke Nukem when we were young.
Look at this candy.
How dare you in the middle of my
Edit
story?
that out.
Do not edit that out. So we can know the kind of people now joking.
All right, sorry.
No, so yeah, like from the times we were like, I was 3, 4, 5, my cousin playing Duke Nukem, we knew about Doom, and this was like,
Oh man, that was my next topic. Well, carry on.
that was like 98, 99, like from time.
Wait,
that's
what game
like-
did you say?
So when they had the original Doom, the Doom that came out around 98, 99, or we were playing Unreal Tournament, I can't remember exactly which version of it. And those games came out relatively around the same time. And that's the time when I was like between 3
So you're
and
like,
6.
I was playing, what do they call that game?
Sorry, yeah.
Pinball, Minesweeper.
Oh, mate, no, we were all playing that. I remember this
Minesweeper.
all,
I was just guessing. You know, you just guess the mind.
I saw someone playing that on a train the other day. Yeah, I was like, wow, memories. That
Exactly.
is prehistoric.
It's weird. When you see that purple background,
Yeah.
and you hear that weird sound, that
For the pinball, yeah.
you're like, wait,
Yo, that was the deadest game, man. I could never get rid of that.
There's even another one, the
you
card
found a way.
one. The card
Yeah,
Solitaire.
Solitaire, yeah.
bro.
And then when you win bare cards everywhere.
that I've actually got that listed. That was my next question. What is your first sort of game, like in gaming history? Because I know you're into gaming.
That's me, baby.
I mean, we might as well just do a quick intro into our backgrounds. I mean, you can start off.
Okay, so me, I am more games and more creative oriented, although my job right now is more being a DevOps graduate. So literally learning everything to do with computers as you can within the computer world. But yeah, my background is primarily games, games tech and games development, and more into what Jamal does, which is more creative media. If I'm correct. So that's me. And then are we going this way? Is it this then?
You look like you were ready there. You look like you're already warmed up.
Yeah, because he said, wait,
Straight into go for it, bro.
Man, give me the fruit ball, I'm gonna take it.
I've kicked it. Don't worry, man.
What do you call it? Come like Frank Lampard and Drogba, fam. I don't know why Chelsea came into my mind, fam. Should have said Song and Van Persie, fam.
Probably because we lost today, man.
Oh.
Anyway, another story. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So for me, my background is, well, right now the job I have is a Salesforce consultant / developer. So besides that, I'm also into, the creative side, like my guy here, video editing, graphic designing, content Follow me on YouTube, Uncle Jaro. Might as well just put that in there.
That's
from the rooftops.
That's another thing. Like, I don't think, like, you've already got quite a substantial following basis already, but how much of your sort of audience would you say that do you think they're actually aware that you're into programming, you're into tech? It's just a whole other side to you,
no.
which is quite interesting. Which is why I say content creating king. I guess me, I'm more into freelancing right now. I currently freelance, but again, my background is in You lot didn't even say your degrees or anything. Like you're not proud of that.
I'm having a flashback moment, fam.
Bro,
you-
he said our degrees. I was like, fam.
Fam, that was hell.
You lot look like That's So Raven, fam.
That's exactly
looked
what it
off,
was.
fam. It's just
I
like-
had a quick, bro. I went back in the years from when I was struggling. When we were struggling, fam. Meal deals after meal deals.
We did computer science. That's why we struggled. Like, bro, like computer science. What uni? All three of us, Aston University.
That's how we met.
So
man.
unless you didn't want that to be out there, then Jamal did this out in it. But yeah, nah.
No, we'll be in there. Let them know, man.
Yeah, it has
I
to be.
represent my uni.
Yeah, it has to be in
Aston
there.
all the way, man. Come
Yeah,
on,
fam.
man.
We did
What?
Aston
I'm
uni,
proud,
fam.
man.
So
If I didn't go to Aston, would I met you guys, man?
What do you
That's
know
true.
about Aston in uni?
Hey,
I know. Yeah, but I mean, you two are definitely just so computer science based. Mine is more computing for business. I think they say like the actual content is 60% similar. So whereas you were thrown straight into just tech, program, data structures, etc. Mine was more some accounting came into it. Some business, sometimes game theory, and then programming as well. Going on from that, I think I'm more becoming to. Does that even make sense? I'm sort of specializing in JavaScript, ES6 to be specific. That and mobile app development is what I'm sort of keen with.
the future.
And in freelancing, I'm sort of having conversations right now, very early on. I'm not allowed to disclose anything, but that's more of prop tech and fintech. So hopefully,
What is PropTech and FinTech?
What is? Yeah. Also, back off that hat, but carry on.
so prop tech, literally property and technology, sort of an emerging space right now. There's not much I can say on it. Again, it's very hush hush, but fintech is more popular, finance and tech. So yeah, those are my interests. But funny enough, I'm actually interested in all areas of our backgrounds, like game development and content creating.
Why did you say it like that?
Because when he said interested in all areas in it, and I started thinking about where I am and where I want to be, and it's all just a madness. But continue with your question.
All right. I mean, you spoke on it briefly, but what was your first game? Sort of. Okay.
Console. Or, let's start with
I mean,
console.
everything. Yeah. Okay. Go for one each. Console.
My first console was PS2.
Really?
Yeah, but my cousins had PS1, so I've come from that PS1 background. But then my first actual one that I had, my dad bought, was a PS2.
Okay. First, it's because you said everything in it.
Everything.
this
Anything
is
and everything.
Console, games, everything. First console, because technically it's a console, even though it's handheld, was a Game Boy Color, and that was those small. I remember my one was like a small handheld tin. My hand was like obviously like a fifth of the size of this. And it was like a yellow tin that would like take up majority of my hands, and you had those massive cartridges.
Was it not a Game Boy Advance?
It
What
was a
before
Game
that?
Boy Color.
Bro,
What the hell is that?
yeah,
Son, you lot are dinosaurs, man.
look at this. Bro, that was a thing. What?
Game Boy Color.
Oh,
Yeah.
again, Paul?
I'm gonna have to Google that.
You're an inch.
I don't even know, man.
Google it now, fam, bro.
Yeah, that thing was,
We're still on
yo.
topic now.
Shit, yeah, I really am 24, fam. Like, I really am 24, bro. I didn't realize it was that deep. Like, I'm a young man. It's not, fam. I remember the Game Boy Color was, it was those ones. It had those fat cartridges that were like
Yeah.
that
Okay.
tall.
Okay.
And I remember playing Super Mario Bros. The original.
You had Super Mario Bros. On that.
Yeah, fam. I had that when it was like,
I was playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
so
was
I'm-
my thing as well.
Dun, 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 dun.
bro, that's not even the one. The one is dun, 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 dun. I'm like, yes, that's
Mario,
me, bro.
yeah.
Anywhere you play that tune, you just see my head pop up like one meerkat. Like, yes, that
That's
is
a-
me.
I think my first thing was a Mega Drive.
Whoa,
Sega. Yo,
bro, do you know
What
how
you're
Asian that is?
what you're
Knuckle of
talking about,
dinosaurs.
Some people are like, what do you mean?
man, I think I probably still got it in the crib,
Why?
Vintage, bro.
Bro, you should sell that or
That thing
keep
is
it for like the
old.
next 50 years.
And when you're talking about cartridges, you have
Bro,
to
you have
blow
to-
into the thing. you know,
Bro, you have to blow into all of
I
them.
know.
you have to blow into
Them
the thing.
ones.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
stress. But yeah, going on from that, like
Like spit. Sorry.
it's been PS1, PS2,
Yeah.
Xbox. Yeah, but all right, cool. What is your first PC game? PC game. Like
What's that?
I don't mind starting. Like back in the
Yeah.
day, I used to play Bears, and this is when you're young, but you don't even deep that you're actually using the internet. So there was Habbo Hotel. Man, I used to blow a bag on that thing.
Wow.
We used to play Habbo.
Oh,
Bro, that
is it that
thing
where
was
you
cold.
make your own people?
Yeah.
That's an online online
yeah.
flex. Oh,
It was before
I
its
remember
time.
that, man. There was
Bruv.
even Cloud Penguin.
Fam, no, you man are young still.
What's that
Nah,
one? RuneScape, fam. You know
I-
RuneScape.
I
as
know,
well.
of course, I know RuneScape. We sank a lot of our childhood into RuneScape.
RuneScape was, bro, I was so
Way
dead at
too
it, man.
much.
I couldn't get past the bit where you had to do some magic on some chickens, like the very first. I gave that game up so quickly. Man.
Oh, how?
I was so dead at it. It didn't
Bro,
e-
make
you know,
sense.
I used to be scared to play that game because if
Yeah,
my
you-
parents caught me playing that game, bro, it's like games on
On your
internet, fam.
PC?
Yeah,
Bruh.
games like that, fam.
Don't worry, my parents were lax then.
You have to off everything.
Turn it off.
We ain't come back. 'Cause I was playing it like basically if it was on the weekend, it would have been calm, but obviously.
Every day, every hour.
Yeah.
Well, it's peak because I wasn't. Wait, hold on. What was your first game?
The first game that I played
Yeah.
Or
must have been SmackDown with my cousins and that.
what's it like? That's what 2004, 2000
It was on a PS1,
PS1. Okay. All right, then. Yeah, that's all done.
like WWF days.
Yeah.
It's so weird because I started thinking about like my progression of every single console I've had. First PC game.
Oh, well, you said PC game. Oh yeah,
I'm interested in PC, man.
Just
PS
specific-
PC was. It must have been one of them.
We probably shouldn't be chewing into the mic, by the way. I just realized we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, what you call it? I swallowed, man, because I knew that. Yeah, you shouldn't be chewing. I
Just cut
swallowed
this
because
bit
I
out
knew
while
that.
I'm getting up, bro.
You're
It's
so
calm.
wish.
Very. Bolidos.
Say it.
Empty your gums.
Thank you.
Sorry, my man. All right, so
I've been stinks.
I heard you chewing like that.
And wished it into your face.
Can probably. Anyway, anyway,
Short intermission, but yeah, go on.
so first PC game.
Oh no, it was me.
It was you.
It was, to be real, yeah, it was one of them educational games. I'm not gonna lie.
my
parents-
days.
Let's not say that those count because I feel like that's not fair.
Just skip them, man.
Yeah, skip it.
That was my first actual game.
Nah, skip them.
proper game.
Yeah.
No, you have to skip those ones. You have to skip them.
So PC.
You're not really a PC gamer. You don't really get down like that. Well, back in the day, at least, because there was Bears, Adventure Quest.
Oh,
I know you might
okay.
want-
No, I played them,
Yeah,
but I'm talking
yeah.
about like I'm trying to like actual. The first one I played because I played.
5 seconds. 4, 3.
It must have been one of them Disney. I don't know. There's one Disney actual online game like RuneScape.
Disney.
Yeah, you make your own Disney character. Like it's online. You play.
You're laughing for some reason. I remember
There's a
as well.
game. Yeah,
I
they used to advertise it on TV, fam.
I'm trying
Back
to
in the
go-
day. Yeah, I forgot.
I don't
If you
know
know
what
it, yeah, just comment. Just at me,
Oh, bro.
You
yeah.
joking? What's up?
bro. It was actually fun,
That
you
was
know.
so
No joke,
unexpected,
bro.
Man,
There was
thought
one
that
Disney-
long
yeah.
to be saying Disney. All right.
That,
What
I
about
wanted to know the actual name in it, but
We have to Google it, fam.
yeah,
What about you,
my
man?
Googles.
Cliff notes at the end. My first game most likely was one of the shooting games. Like I remember that we used to play stuff like I said earlier, Unreal Tournament. We used to play stuff like Doom, and I really don't think we should have been playing those games. Well, we had Doom. I think my dad played Doom. I don't know why my dad played Doom, but we had Doom, and I remember it was between Duke Nukem and Unreal Tournament. If you're talking about proper game that I purchased myself,
Duke Nukem.
do you remember Duke Nukem?
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, okay, so there was this thing that seemed to have happened during the 90s where every single action hero pretty much looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So Duke Nukem was literally like I don't know what to call him. He's more of a joke being or joke character.
Yeah.
The same way you have like One Punch Man, who's literally just like a
see.
trope. He
As I
encompasses
said,
all
you
the
look like
tropes.
dinosaurs, so
So
I have no idea. This is all gibberish to me.
you're a joke. Don't be a joke man. You will learn. No, pretty much. Duke Nukem was like he was like the trope. He looked like a lot of the action hero tropes that they had at the time. You know what I mean? So that's why he had like the deep voice,
Yeah.
buzz
I
cut.
remember playing that. Bro, that game was mad.
Game was
PS1.
stupid.
Okay.
We know them ones on PS, so you could play PS1 games.
Yeah.
Did they have Duke Nukem on PS1? I remember it was primarily on PC. But I don't know. Then again, I don't know. It could have been on.
Do you know about emulators?
Yes.
Yeah, I used to play that as well.
I know you used to bang that in school as well.
No,
Or was that just David?
it was just David.
All right, let's move on. Let's move
We're
on.
using governments for people that
But
aren't even on the podcast.
do you want to explain what emulator is?
So, oh god, an emulator is something that pretty much allows people to port over.
Layman's terms. I know you're about to hit them. Layman's terms.
It's something that allows people to play games on different platforms. So, an example, you can play a PlayStation game on a PC if you have an emulator, or you can play like modern days now. We'll have games that were available on like Game Boys.
Yeah.
But you have emulators that can allow you to play like Pokemon that were from them days on your phone. Because it just essentially
I'll never
simulates
forget
it, right?
playing, what do you call it? Game Boy Advance, a wrestling game
Yeah.
through an emulator, fam.
Bro.
It looks so,
People had some mad ways of doing stuff before.
yeah, man.
People had some mad ways of doing stuff before.
It looks so weird because I was used to playing it on like PlayStation.
Yeah.
Then why would they make a, well, yeah, I was like, it looks so weird, fam.
That's why you have the audience there that wants to play it.
Yeah.
Games
All right, let's move on. How was the internet first used by you? Like, so I remember I used it for a lot of social media. So I remember even creating my first Gmail account. Was it even called Gmail back then?
Yeah.
Was
Gmail, yeah.
it was actually.
No, actually, I'm chatting. Hotmail account.
I remember my
Remember
first one.
MSN and that.
That's
Yes,
what I was about
bro.
to say.
Yeah.
MSN.
Bro, I was
MSN.
sliding to bed DMs.
So that is the
Hey.
grandfather of DMing and yeah,
Fam,
all of that.
Me, bro.
MSN days. What? That was the real- That was the real flex, man.
Do you remember like the early versions of like emojis and all emojicons
Yes, bro.
and all of that? Like
Bro.
you type in LOL and it will animate on your screen. Nah,
Yes.
Bro. Remember when people used to like, you'd see someone else had like a emoji and you were able to like copy their emoji and keep
Yeah,
it.
keep it.
yeah.
So I'd be talking to bare people, I'd be like, bro, you got that? Yeah. Cool, that's mine now. Like, that's me.
Yeah. I think I used it a lot for file sharing. So like a little sort of MP4 probably wasn't out then. MP3
MP3,
files. So like, let's say, I remember back then I used to listen to a lot of Young Chipmunk. So let's say he dropped a thing, you
Yeah.
try and send it over MSN. And more time it wouldn't even work. The file was too big. But yeah, what did you guys use it for? Or early social media accounts?
No, it was primarily like times you get like MSN. 'Cause I remember that came around when we were in secondary school.
What's a secondary?
No,
Secondary.
primary school.
Primary.
Sorry,
Primary.
primary school. Just having pointless conversations with people your age.
Yeah.
Really. Oh, I love you. I love you too. Good night. Bye. And that's it, fam.
I'm so
Stupid times, fam.
dead.
If it wasn't that, it was for online games.
Yeah.
So you like didn't have like a Bebo account on
100%.
MySpace?
100%.
Nah,
Really?
there was some
I didn't
stuff I
get
just
into it.
did.
100%. I got into Bebo. What else? Facebook as well.
Yeah, early days Facebook.
Early days flex.
Or the Facebook, as they used to call it.
Even LimeWire as well.
LimeWire, yeah.
For real?
Yeah, to get music,
fam, I
innit?
didn't care about LimeWire all that much. Now that I think about it, there was stuff that I just stayed away from. Like,
That thing will give you automatic virus, fam.
Yeah,
of
trust.
course.
100.
Automatic virus.
Sometimes you just didn't get the file you're looking for. You're just looking for something, you just get porn, and you're just like, whoa. You're like, whoa.
What?
Fam,
You're trying to listen to in the club and you're hearing.
someone's breath just being sucked away from.
Oh my god.
Sad times. Just like I didn't ask for that, but okay.
All right. Okay. That one, I got it down here as in the beginning. Moving on, I think we'll go on to I've got little titles here, man. We're not using our titles.
I don't know if you should. I feel like you just have it as like one continuous conversation. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Say no
Let
more.
it
Say
flow,
no more.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So the next topic, you may have to go back a bit. I don't want you to look in wherever you looked. So next question. How did I know computing was for me? How did it happen? Like, did you just stumble upon it? Did you just realize that, you'd been using many of these? No, go on.
Oh no, it's just the one thing I was just consistent.
No, go on. I'm listening.
Good at. For me, I think the time I was like, okay, I'm actually gonna go towards this. I played a game called The Last of Us.
Oh,
Is that like horror? That sounds like some zombie type.
I'm very surprised that you
Mike
guys do not.
Myers.
Do you not know what The Last of Us is?
end of the world kind of game.
You're very
Zombies
warm.
and
Okay, this is why we're a good trio, because you guys do not know my industry, and it's good because now I can educate you.
there you go.
Bro, I know the game, man.
You know the game, but okay, have you played it,
No, but I've seen like my cousin showed me like a trailer.
Jamal? Okay,
But I haven't played it.
Jaro. Jaro, we need to.
Man said, I don't know who that person is, but yeah, continue.
No, I've corrected the name. Forgive me.
Now go on, explain.
So, I remember it was I was doing my second. No, I was in sixth form, and my cousin got me the game. I didn't actually pay attention to it all that much because a lot was going on. I was trying to focus on studies, and my cousin was like, "Oh, there's this game. I'm getting it for you. You should play it." I played it, Last of Us, and it was the first game that I was doing. No, he told me about it first. I didn't play it immediately. He told me about it.
So for those who don't know, what type of game was it? Was it strategy?
No, it's a story-driven game by a studio called Naughty Dog. They're the same people that made not Ratchet and Clank. They made Crash Bandicoot. They've done the Uncharted series. They've done a few other games that you should know of, and I should be remembering. But hey, it's been a long day and it's currently late. But they're one of the prolific Sony based studios, so they make games primarily for the PlayStation. So they made The Last of Us, and it was a story-driven game, action. I don't know what else to call it. It's an action game similar to The Last of Us. No, similar to Uncharted, but it has a very good narrative, very good motion capture. So like it gets you into the story. And it's the game that it was a game that when it came out at the time, people were like, within the first 15 minutes, you'll probably cry because it's very, very, very emotional. And it was the first time I saw that a game was used as a like I was actually cognizant of the fact that it's a proper storytelling medium. And this is like after I've played Modern Warfare 2, after I've played other games that are very much you have to be involved in it mentally to actually be able to understand how everything's going. And I played it and I was like, okay, this is how it can be used to get home. Okay, there's a story being told.
Yep.
Not just it's like an action set piece set by Michael Bay and everything's exploding. It's more of a emotional journey. So I remember I played that game through and through. I finished it and I was like, okay, I want to go into game development. I want to be able to make something that's able to reach people. So if I have a message, I need to be able to understand this is a good way, or this is a way in which you can use it. Similar to how people started using movies in a way to actually get a message out there. It's just a different medium to get people into something. So I started looking into that, and since young, I was already explaining since young, I've been behind computers, but it's just understanding what I specifically can use it for. Because you can really be good at something, but if you don't know why you're going to be using it, there's no point doing it in the first place.
Facts.
Like if you're actually going to be, if I'm going to be making games, I should make them for a purpose. If you're going to do a podcast, there should be a reason behind having a podcast. We're doing this to educate people.
Facts.
We're doing it for conversation. So for me, I was like, if I'm going to be making games, I have to be doing it because there's a proper reason. So I started just going towards, okay, what game engine, what developer kit can I get my hands on to start making games? How can I start learning? What can I start doing to start programming? And then literally 2 years later, we started up at uni. So yeah, that's when I was like, okay, yeah, this computing stuff is for me. Although when we got to university, I wanted to cry. So
That's another story.
that's a different story,
Another
bro.
story. We'll come on to that. Don't worry. Be patient. How
We're
about
gonna be
you,
there.
Uncle Jaro? What was your first, like when it just registered in your mind that, yeah, this is actually what I'm going to do for a career?
I feel like it was like my dad kind of like installed it. He was into IT,
Yeah.
computer. I come back from school. I'm on the computer playing all these, like I said, educational games.
Sorry.
So I said sorry.
God bless you. No, it's good that you played them. Sorry.
It was fun, bro.
It was actually good games.
It was actually fun, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Sometimes I feel like the ones that we played.
Especially when you complete it, fam. What was the first game you completed?
First game I completed.
Yeah.
I don't have a memory enough to tell you all the games I completed. But a lot of my life has been dedicated to this stuff.
No.
A lot of my life.
The first game I completed was Judge Dredd. Yeah, with my cousin. 2-player
Game was
game.
crazy.
But that game was horrific, fam. You playing and you're flipped.
But
What was your first game that you completed? And I'll go back.
I can't remember. First game I completed, it was probably a mad thing, like a Hitman or a Splinter Cell or them ones that was, you're from the minute one, you're just out there aiming people.
Yeah.
As a little kid, I used to get off on that. But yeah, sorry, carry on.
So like my dad, he was into IT, and also I used to play all these like educational games. I'm always on a computer, so like 24/7. Got to get back home. That was literally all I was doing. So from a kid, that was what I was kind of like attached to. Even though I was still playing football here and there, but that's where it kind of grew on me. Then I went Nige, and then I remember when I went to Nige, I wasn't really like, I didn't really have like a.
Were you able to,
I wasn't really like, I couldn't really like.
the infrastructure? Did you have access?
Not really. It was just because obviously you know what it's like back
The
there.
infrastructure isn't the same.
So I couldn't really, build on what I had or like add to my skill set or start coding early because obviously no light. But yeah, so then when I came here, that's when I did ICT,
Yeah.
bro. I was the top man in that class. Not to make myself, but because before, I'm really actually happy with myself for that, because before I used to be like, I wasn't really recognized in class, innit? Sometimes I'd be in the low set, sometimes I'd be in the mid set. So to actually be on top of,
A different class.
on top of my class and it was ICT, I was really happy.
Bless up. You always need that one, innit?
Exactly.
I hear that.
Being in Kent, fam.
Oh, fam.
We don't even want to talk about that.
You get what I'm saying?
Nah,
That's
fam.
again.
So
That's-
being from my
Your size of
background,
kid,
color, bro, being the guy that's top in that class, fam.
fam.
That's major.
So I was really like proud of that. Yeah, you know
That's
what?
major.
I'm gonna do computer science.
You made you, but I don't think
Then
you
I did
Kidnap.
work experience in Sainsbury's head office. Shout out to my cousin. Did a month, what do you call it? Like a month experience there. And then, from there, that's when I was doing, okay, yes, this was actually like, there I was doing like IT management. Like I was basically exposed to like the security side, networking, front end, the website. So like, okay, cool. So there's different avenues you can go into. And I was seeing that first-hand experience. Bro, I remember when I was there, fam. That whole 9 to 5 flex. Bro, they're talking to me.
bro.
Not much has changed. man.
Oh my days. Bro.
Not much has changed.
It's like 12. Like, you guys are still good. 9 to 5 is not, that's when I was like so exposed to that.
Peak, bro.
Catching the central line, fam. Bare elbows in your face. Oh my days. So then from there, that's like when I got the first taste.
Yeah.
Then I went to uni.
Yeah.
And now I'm here,
Bless up.
Hear that? I think mine was a sort of a freak accident. Like
Go on.
it just happened to just happen. I think growing up, I loved like the biology, the chemistry. So I was like that kind of brain of science.
Ew.
And that's the thing.
I always say ill to that because them ones here, bro,
I loved it.
them subjects
I loved
here.
it. In school is what I got my first A in. So yeah, that's where I always thought I'd be over them sides. And I don't really think that computing is recognized as a science.
Imagine if this guy took that route, you'd be going to Paul's chemist, fam. Paul
be
be your
so
GP,
confused.
fam. Imagine.
Because Paul's like rude. I'm not gonna lie. Paul's a safe guy. Paul's rude. And so what I will say is the fact that if you're there over the counter and you're asking for something, you're taking your time, and Paul's just there like, Do you want something or not, bro? Why are you?
Hey, imagine that.
Why are you?
Who's your doctor, fam?
Pretty much you're an idiot. And why is this here? Why?
Honestly, freak accident.
not, yeah.
You know, so like transition from college to university. I remember sitting there doing my personal statement, and that was strictly just tailored to
Engineering.
chemical engineering.
Yeah, I remember you were on that vibe, fam.
Yeah, that was literally it. And yeah, I thought, yeah, okay, I'm gonna commit to this, and this is what I want to do. I've done the background research, and this whole sort of thing sounds so interesting. And yeah, this is what I want to do. Got into uni now in 2015?
Yeah.
First year uni 2015, and I'm on the course, and 3 months go by, and it just dawned on me that I haven't seen a bit of chemistry, not one. It was just maths and physics, and those are the hate. So I knew from early that this is not for me at all. Like, I wasn't going to be one of those people that was either A, going to drop out, like that was the last thing on my mind, or B, just going to see the whole thing through and just be miserable. I could not do that. So then, like, I think at the time I'd experienced a bit of what computing was like. So in the early courses that I had, it was salting and hashing passwords, you know, that whole kind of authentication flow, logging a user in and out successfully, and just learning all of just how the database interacts with, you know, the front end, back end. And it just seemed so interesting. And it seemed easy at first. Let me not lie, it seemed easy. So I was like, yeah, let me just go into this. And I wanted to go straight into computer science. And the class happened to be full. And I just thank God. Because if I studied your degree, I'd still be in uni now. Straight. I don't even know how you lot, though, the amount of depth and detail you lot went into, like data structures, that one.
I really think it's just something to do with Aston, because just call back to the fact that when you asked us about our past, and we both just looked at the same spot for no reason.
Not reviving, man. That's jokes.
Bro.
I'm going to play that over and over and over again.
Bro, computer science, we did it. And that's how you know that hell is hot, because
the heat is hot,
it was extremely popular. I remember at the time when they told me that I couldn't do it, like there was no space. I was just vexed. Like, what do you mean? I'm one person.
That's God blocking.
Just free it up.
Yeah, in a way,
but
it worked out.
No, but it worked out.
Computing with business.
It
The way
worked
I was
out,
struggling
like,
to say that, fam. But yeah, computing with business, bro. That's
It was a
different.
blessing.
That's like the two, innit?
It was a blessing.
IT and business.
Yeah, and I loved it. The actual degree itself. Sometimes, like, obviously you have the modules one and there, here and there, where you're just like, what am I actually doing on this course? But yeah, overall, I loved it. Yeah, that's me. I don't know whether you two have anything to add on that.
On the fact that you did computer science.
No, not on me.
I'm sorry, just for future reference. I'm smart, but between these two, when they speak, sometimes I'm a bit lost. And I think it's just me on certain days. I have to let people know, because when you're saying something, I'm just like, what? I'm not stupid.
Okay.
I'm just slow on something.
All right. Overall, what would you say? Uni or no uni? Like, if you were to have a conversation with your younger self, or
What are my kids?
the youngsters out there today, or even your kids, uni or no uni, what route would you sort of recommend? Or
Wow.
There's a lot of factors.
There are a lot of factors.
yeah, go on, list them.
Uni comes with a price.
Solid price.
Of course.
Solid price. I think uni, if I was to have kids, I think I wouldn't force them to make a choice between uni and doing whatever, like doing an apprenticeship or
being an
taking entrepreneur, or even just taking that time.
Sorry, just to put some context, are we saying straight for like computing, or just, generalizing the whole?
You're asking the question. I'm back. You're the one asking. Are you saying?
I mean, just in your experiences. So, like, we've all got computing-based degrees. So, would you recommend uni for somebody that wanted to get into programming?
I think it depends.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you want to?
No,
say
go on.
I think it depends on what. Like, uni is really hit or miss sometimes, depending on which uni you go to.
Yes.
Depending on the course you go to.
Yes.
Like, we did computer science at university. That's best subject is business.
Yes.
So for us, it's difficult.
Okay.
So that doesn't, but then you can go to, like, I don't think the league tables even sometimes reflect the ability that some universities give you, like how much they enable you to do your best, even if they're not in the top like 50. Like we went, what was it, BCU? Anybody that went to BCU, it's not that the course was easier, but it's probably more tailored to people doing computer science there. You know what I mean?
They were coming out with flying colours, fam.
Flying colours.
So it's really subjective, would you say?
It's really subjective, and I think if you were to have a discussion with your younger self, or if you, because I'm thinking about it from the mindset, if I have kids, I would really just try and pay attention to see what's best for them. So like uni may not always be for everybody, and I'm saying this as someone that, like, I'm very hardworking, but I think my course was just a madness.
What about degree apprenticeships?
I think they're possible. But then again, I'm saying that
Capgemini did one, but I didn't get it.
What would the degree apprenticeship consist of? Because
It's 5 years though. And it's 5 years because you're working and you're going to uni. There was someone at Aston that was doing it.
I mean,
I met someone, I was like, oh, this is what I wanted to do. And for Capgemini as well.
Yeah.
They were saying, he doesn't really have like a social life.
Okay, that's the thing.
What about you though? Like just strictly just uni. If you were to recommend somebody that wanted to get into programming, which kind of leads on to my next question, but just uni or no uni?
I feel like I'm on the same flex as Marvin.
All right, so you two are quite similar.
Yeah.
All right.
It's uni if you really need to, but otherwise, not even if you need to. It's just whether or not you've actually done your research to know whether or not you should go to uni.
Research is key, man. It's powerful.
In my personal opinion, I think overall, uni is an enabler. I think you said it as well. So I think if you were considering uni or no uni, you just have to begin with the end in mind. So where do you want to get to, and what level do you want to be at, and what do you see your lifestyle like? Like, do you want to have a lot of free time, and if so, then maybe programming is something for you. But then with the uni side, it's a lot of dedication. It's a lot of you're going home and you're not sleeping, you're not going out your boys, you're facing your books. One of them ones. All right, next question. How would you get into programming? Let's say you've never picked up a laptop before. Okay, so let's say you've never typed a line of code before. How would you get into programming?
Now, YouTube. Yeah.
You think you can learn
1000% more than your lecturers. All
right. Let me break it down some more. Right.
Shots.
No shots intended. We're not throwing out. No shots intended. Let me break it down some more. So obviously, like you have an interest in programming, and that's something you want to do. So how do you decide upon a language first of all? What language do you decide this is what I want to do, this is what I want to learn? How did you just decide, for example, that it's more of the internet computing side that you'd start with?
I feel like that's what I was first introduced to, HTML. And I gave me one book. Asked me if I ever finished that book. Well, I went on W3 schools and I was just... when the internet is there, man.
Is the savior, bro. W3 schools is the thing that even saves me now in my job sometimes, because you have to go and do research everywhere. But sorry, continue.
Yeah, it was that was what I was first introduced to. Did I even do... I'm trying to think. Okay, Nige, I was introduced to Macromedia Flash.
Yeah. No, of course.
Animating stuff.
2D animations.
2D animations, yeah. Oh, that teacher, yeah. Because,
we're throwing shots.
No. Do you know what's funny? It's so funny. Do you know what's so funny?
Yeah.
Obviously, like the school's like, it's Nigerian, Turkish.
It doesn't matter about the school. We're not throwing no shots. But I want to get in trouble.
Yeah, we're not gonna get in trouble, but it's funny, bro. Like I'm about to tell you.
Let him learn.
Obviously, my Turkish teacher, innit? This guy would say, if this guy will give you like a classwork, yeah. If you're able, like, he will throw like a disclaimer. If you can do it within like a certain like time, or the first person to do it will get 100. As in like for that.
As in Naira or?
No, as in like 100% overall. Okay. You don't know how you have midterms.
I didn't have to do that.
New topic. Is that an acceptable way to teach students?
That is unethical right there.
That is very unethical.
100.
That is mad.
So you could just come to the classes and just be doing, I can't even say that word, but you know the word I'm going to say.
Doing nonsense.
Let's just hope he's retired right now. We're not affected.
You know how mad that was, fam?
Let's just hope if we had kids.
Just show your report card. Yeah, I got 100.
Just because you're right.
I was just giving hundreds like that. And that's kind of like, so you can kind of understand the kind of like freebies he was doing here and there.
Yeah. My guy called it freebie.
There's one time someone gave someone.
Yeah.
There's one time someone like assisted him with a pen. 100, bro. Looking back, fam, that guy used to give 100 just like that, fam.
Bro,
Like a
party
sweets.
favors. Just out there, yeah.
Lol.